Greetings to everyone out there in the NoDQ galaxy. Welcome to the NoDQ live recap of SmackDown Live for July 2nd, 2019. First off, I would like to wish in advance happy 4th of July to everyone. Have a happy and safe holiday coming up. We got SmackDown to talk about, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to it. The show opened with the Kevin Owens show, with special guests Shane McMahon, the best in the world, Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. Greg Hamilton, of course, did the intro for Shane, and I'm still waiting for Greg to do the 30-plus second intro for Shane and see how long he can hold it. Remember, I did that a couple weeks ago, and I'd like to see Greg Hamilton do it, since it is, after all, what he does for a living, talking. Although you could say I do as well. We had a recap of The Undertaker's promo from Monday Night Raw. Shane McMahon said he's not afraid, and the crowd started chanting for The Undertaker. Shane then brought up that the match at Extreme Rules will be a no-holds-barred match. By the way, real quick, shout out to Alex James for a 99-cent super chat donation. Thank you for that, Alex. First one of the evening. And I would like to give a special shout out to Caleb Jacobs, who finished last night as the NoDQ super chat champion. And as of this moment, coming into the stream tonight, Caleb Jacobs is the, scratch that, no longer the NoDQ Super Chat champion. Congratulations to Psycho Jet Black with a $5 Super Chat donation for winning. He says he officially relinquishes the title to Brock Lesnar. So there you go. Brock Lesnar is the new NoDQ Super Chat champion, and I don't think he gives one damn about it. But it is what it is. Congratulations to Brock Lesnar. Who's going to beat Brock for the title now? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Alex James with a 99-cent super chat donation. Thank you for that, Alex. So back to the opening segment. Shane McMahon mentioned that it's going to be a no-holds-barred match at the pay-per-view at Extreme Rules, which makes me wonder, what's the difference between an Extreme Rules match and a no-holds-barred match? I mean, will we have Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe in a anything goes match? I mean, what are we getting here? And what's so different about these names? No holds barred, Extreme Rules, anything goes. Like, seriously, I don't even know what the difference is. And I've been watching wrestling for how long now? I mean, I guess there probably is some technical difference. Like one match, like I know no DQ means no DQ, but it doesn't mean no count out. And what about a street fight? Like, what's the difference between Extreme Rules and a street fight? I guess Extreme Rules, they just have mandatory weapons, but couldn't you have mandatory weapons in a street fight? I don't know. I'm really confused about it. To me, it's just, again, lazy writing, but new era, right? Yeah. Although, to be fair, the reports have been stating that Eric Bischoff will not be getting creatively involved to the point where he's going to make a major influence until after the pay-per-view. We had Kevin Owens start to stir the pot a little bit, talking about how, according to the reaction of Shane on Raw, Shane was actually scared of The Undertaker. Shane was getting ticked off about this. And then Shane told Owens to stick to the questions on the cards and do his job. So Owens started reading and then started saying stuff like Shane McMahon beat Roman without anyone's help. You know, all the stuff that Shane McMahon would have written for the cards. But then Kevin Owens went off the script again and asked, how did it feel to return after 7 years only to lose to The Undertaker at WrestleMania? Drew McIntyre said, interview over. He was about to get in a fight with Owens. And then that's when Dolph Ziggler came out and Kevin Owens started yelling at Ziggler, mocking Ziggler for saying it should have been me. Owens was like, well, it was you for a brief period, but it hasn't been and it's never going to be again, and get over it. Ziggler said that Kevin Owens looks like he should be in a hot dog eating contest, to which Owens said at least he can win something unlike Ziggler. Ooh, burn there. And then Kevin Owens said that he wants to know from Shane who's going to be Kofi Kingston's next challenger. Shane said it would be neither of them, and instead, Shane said that they can face Heavy Machinery in the main event, with the winners being added to the SmackDown Tag Team Titles match at the pay-per-view. And ladies and gentlemen, Carlos Gomez with a $5 Super Chat donation says, low blow to Brock Lesnar, steals his finisher, the F5, 1, 2, 3, new champion. Congratulations to Carlos Gomez on becoming the new NoDQ Super Chat champion, defeating the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Thank you so much, Carlos, for the Super Chat. Much appreciated. And Shane McMahon also added that the winners of the main event would be added to the SmackDown Tag Team Titles match at Extreme Rules. We had Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan interviewed about this announcement. Bryan said that Shane McMahon makes decisions that are sometimes controversial and they just have to accept it. Bryan vowed to walk out of Extreme Rules still the planet's tag team champions. New Day, Xavier Woods, and Big E were also interviewed. Xavier said that they are always ready for a fight, and at Extreme Rules they will take back what is rightfully theirs, the tag team titles. We had Daniel Bryan versus Big E in a one-on-one match. Eric Rowan interfered, sent Big E into the ring post, and then attacked Xavier Woods. Bryan then hit the running knee to score the victory over Big E. Next up, we had an R-Truth interview, and this was actually the only time we saw R-Truth on this entire show, which disappointed me a little bit. R-Truth was interviewed about losing the title on Monday Night Raw. A recap video was shown. R-Truth said that he heard that Hornswoggle was in San Antonio, and then he said, I'm coming for you. I want my baby back. And that was the last we saw of R-Truth on this entire show. So, yeah, I was thinking we were going to see something like at the San Antonio Riverwalk or whatever it is. WWE could have done something really fun here, but nothing. I am presuming we're going to see something on WWE's social media page over the weekend where Drake Maverick is on his honeymoon. Otherwise, this would be like a major missed opportunity. I mean, right, they got to do something. Carlos Gomez with a $2 Super Chat says, I think I surpassed Cena and Flair's record, LOL. You may have, Carlos. I may have to inquire with the NoDQ Super Chat historians to see who has the longest reign, who has the most reigns as the Super Chat champion. But I'm going to have to figure that out. And just so you guys know, Carlos is our reigning and defending Super Chat champion, representing NoDQ.com and the live stream. So thank you for that. And Kayfabe Candy Ass says all the good 24/7 stuff happens off TV. Pretty much. So next up we had Ali cut a promo about wanting to bring change to the world. He wanted to expose the lies that you cannot succeed if you are of a different race or different religion or whatever. This just totally gave me Fatu, aka Rikishi vibes from 1995. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch those Fatu promos from 95. The whole make a difference gimmick. I mean, that's basically what Ali is doing here. And I think it's pretty lame personally, but I mean, it didn't work in 1995. Maybe it'll work now, but I don't know. It just seems like such a knockoff to me. But if it doesn't work at first, try again, I suppose. The This Guy Experience with a $5 Super Chat. He says, I came here to kick butt and reclaim my title and name I Am the Experience. Please answer at end. and he asked me a question here. So I will go ahead and save that question for the end of the video. Thank you for that, This Guy Experience. Next up, we had Nikki Cross hosting the Moment of Bliss. She talked about how much she loves Alexa. Bayley came out as the special guest and talked about how Nikki doesn't need to do Alexa Bliss's bidding. Nikki then asked, why did Bayley refer to Alexa as a liar? Bayley said because, well, she is one. And Nikki said it's unfair how Bayley is talking smack about Alexa. Bayley wanted to ask a question of her own, and why is it that Bayley is not facing Nikki at Extreme Rules instead of Alexa? Nikki got upset by this and basically challenged Bayley to a match. They had a match which Bayley won clean with the Bayley to belly. Rant time, but just a second here. We have another $5 super chat from Hamp Connell. $4 more for no contract signings this week and $1 more to become champion. So there you go. Hamp Connell is now the brand new, reigning, and defending NoDQ Super Chat champion. Congratulations to Hamp Connell. Now it's rant time. This was really dumb. This whole storyline is that Alexa Bliss does not deserve a title match. She's been handed the match. And then on the flip side, Nikki Cross is the one that deserves a title match. You just ruined your own storyline here by doing this rematch, doing the 50-50 booking, and having Nikki Cross lose now, because now it's established, it creates doubt that she's really a serious contender because Bayley beat her. So now Nikki doesn't have that going for her anymore. She lost. Before, she had a legitimate claim to the title. Now she doesn't because she lost. So you just watered down and screwed up your storyline. Why was this match necessary? Why did you need to do this match? I thought this was a really bad booking decision, and my investment, my emotional investment in this match went from here way down to here now. So yeah, wasn't a fan of this. I don't understand why it was done. They should have been just kept separate. I mean, there's no need for Nikki to be on every single show. My mind is just completely gone here. I really don't get it. And looks like we got a $2 super chat from Michael Johnson. $2 for Nate Diaz beating Anthony Pettis. I guess those are MMA fighters. They sound vaguely familiar. And yep, it is 50-50 booking. So next up we had the Ali. Oh no, we already talked about Ali, so scratch that. Carlos Gomez back with another $5 super chat says, I'm saying my prediction now. Bayley defeats Bliss at Extreme Rules. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross implode. Alexa versus Nikki at SummerSlam, ? I mean, it could happen. I mean, WWE has put a lot of stock into Alexa versus Nikki, but I feel like they're going to blow it just like they've blown so many other storylines. I really hate to say it. Like, I was enjoying this storyline build-up, but Nikki jobbing out here when she didn't need to, when it just ruins the whole purpose of the story, I really don't understand it. Serge says Alexa versus Bayley in a kendo stick match. Oh, please, please no. So we had what was perhaps the most interesting part of the show. We had a Samoa Joe, Kofi Kingston confrontation. Joe talked about how Kofi is using the people just like he has. And then Kofi was put down about, once again, having Xavier Woods and Big E help him. Kofi repeated what he said before, that he beat Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, he beat Dolph Ziggler, and he's going to beat Samoa Joe at Extreme Rules. And then, and here's another segment I don't understand. I know it is fresh in people's memory and everything, but why mention it? Kofi brought up how Samoa Joe has not done anything lately, and he lost the U.S. title to Ricochet. That's the only thing he's accomplished as of late. Why bring this up? Why remind everyone that Samoa Joe really did not earn a title match and has been booked poorly in the past couple months and hasn't been winning matches. Why would you do this? You're supposed to be building up Joe as a real threat to Kofi Kingston. And you would think after tapping out, or not tapping out, he just passed out to Samoa Joe on Raw, you would think that Kofi would be a little bit more serious in tone. He was still making jokes about Joe's weight and goofing off. He called Joe Jealous Joe because Joe will never have a WrestleMania moment like him. Yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of this promo. And then Samoa Joe said, you know what? I just want a handshake, and if you shake my hand, I will guarantee your safety until the pay-per-view. Kofi Kingston responded to this by flipping off Samoa Joe. And this was uncensored on WWE television, but much like the Corey Graves holy shit line, it was censored on the social media video of the same segment. But yeah, we got our first middle finger on WWE television in quite some time. Like, I don't even remember the last time. I mean, it had to have been Steve Austin, right? Sometime over the past 10 years, he must have done it at least once. I don't know. Did he do it on Raw 25? You guys were bringing up Raw 25 the other day, but I don't remember if he did it or not on that show. We might not have gotten a middle finger. Like, I'm sincerely wanting to know, when was the last middle finger we got on WWE television? So maybe you guys in the chat room can help me out. Somebody brought up Orton flipping Rollins off before WrestleMania 31, and Jeremiah Dorsett said, yes, Austin did do it on Raw 25. Okay. Well, I will believe you on that. Although somebody else said the Raw 25 stat from the other stream was incorrect, but I don't remember. So yeah, I mean, the Kofi thing was interesting, but everything else about this segment, I mean, didn't really do much for me, and I felt like much of the work in building up Joe on Raw was undone by just bringing up how he hasn't really earned the title match and just keeps losing. So next up, we had a Heavy Machinery interview to hype up their match. I gotta say, Otis really has some charisma. I don't know how far he'll go in WWE, but the guy, he has so much personality, and I feel like he could be something in WWE. Like, I don't know if he will be. I don't know if he'll go past that comedy wrestler level, but the guy just oozes charisma. He really does. We had an interview with Bobby Lashley. Well, actually, I think Bobby Lashley just did like a video blog. Bobby Lashley released from the hospital or the local medical facility. Lashley said that Braun got what he deserved, and Braun was trying to go beyond wrestling. He could have electrocuted Lashley. And Lashley said, and this is a direct quote from Lashley, "Next time I see that son of a bitch, I'm going to send him to the morgue." So that was quite the intense line there. Again, not very PG. We're definitely seeing a trend over the last week here with WWE slowly starting to push the envelope again. Will they do so even more when SmackDown goes to Fox and with Paul Heyman running Raw? I mean, we could see more of an edgier WWE product now that AEW is starting to become a threat. WWE starting to shake things up a little bit and try to get those ratings up as well. So we had Apollo Crews versus Andrade. Neither guy had an entrance. We had Apollo walk into the ring. Abby the Witch was shown in the background, so another cameo from the Bray Wyatt puppet. I think one of the commentators said that this was Apollo's first match on SmackDown since the Superstar shakeup. I find that hard to believe, but I mean, maybe that's true. I mean, I felt like he did wrestle on SmackDown before, but he might not have wrestled in the past couple months. I don't remember, but I mean, I would have thought that he would have at least been in a battle royal or something. But yeah, according to the announcers, this was his first actual match on SmackDown since the Superstar shakeup. We had Zelina Vega interfere to lead to Andrade defeating Apollo with the Hammerlock DDT. Still no sign of Andrade's better half, Charlotte. I guess Charlotte is taking a little bit of time off. I would suspect she would be back in the near future. We had a Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn backstage interview. Owens said, this may not work, but we have to give it a shot. Owens said he can just do all the work. Ziggler was just like, whatever, man. We had an Aleister Black promo, and hopefully this is the final one, because Aleister said the door was open, but nobody was there. And then he made it clear that he is going to be at Extreme Rules. He's looking for a fight. That's all he cares about. He wants somebody to step up and fight him at Extreme Rules. So who's it going to be? Will it be Bray Wyatt? Will it be somebody else? Hopefully this is the last of the Aleister Black promos and they finally move on and do something else. We had Ember Moon defeat Mandy Rose in a very quick match with the Eclipse. Not much to say about it. I mean, I guess it's good that Ember is finally winning a match. No real storyline development between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. I mean, for the longest time, I felt like we were going to see some sort of breakup between Mandy and Sonya, and it's just not happening. And now we got a $5 super chat from Carlos, who is defeating himself to become the NoDQ super chat champion once again. He says, I'm surprised Andrade hasn't gotten a push since he's dating Charlotte Flair. Well, I mean, I feel like he has gotten a push now, huge push. I don't think he's going to get pushed because of who he's dating. I think he's going to get pushed because people think highly of the guy, and I think they do. So, he's still getting TV time. They're just trying to work with him on the promos and whatnot. But, yeah, I definitely see WWE giving him a chance for the next couple of months at least. But we'll see if it lasts. We'll see if they continue to push him. But I really don't think Charlotte's going to make all that much of a difference. I mean, it may do him some political favors, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to, be the main factor in him being pushed. Nor should it. I mean, the guy's got the talent, so push him because he's good in the ring. Don't push him just because, he's Charlotte's boyfriend. And then we had the main event match. We had Heavy Machinery versus Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. No Sami Zayn on this show. No mention of him whatsoever. The New Day had a pancake table, so they were taking this match very seriously. We had Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan also on commentary, and they were arguing back and forth. And finally, New Day had enough of the insults from Daniel Bryan, so they got into this big fight. But Rowan and Bryan quickly got the upper hand. Rowan flipped off the pancakes from the table. Crowd did not like this. They booed. I was cheering, but I guess I'm in the minority when I say I am tired of the pancakes gimmick. We had Rowan do the claw slam through the table. Match got restarted during the commercial break. Owens then hit a super kick to Dolph Ziggler by mistake. And Heavy Machinery took advantage of that. They pinned Kevin Owens with the compactor. And then after the match, Kevin Owens gave Dolph Ziggler a stunner in retaliation for what Ziggler did by accident. And then Kevin Owens stood there over the body of Ziggler. And just as SmackDown was going off the air, we had another he talks too much botchamania moment where the referee, I think it was Mike Chioda or somebody else, yelled at Kevin. He's like, Kevin, look at the hard camera. Kevin, you're such a disease. Kevin Owens looks at the hard camera, and we have SmackDown Live go off the air. There's actually one more thing I have to mention here, but real quick, Mike B with a $5 super chat. He says, hello, Aaron. Well, hello, Mike B, and congratulations on being the new NoDQ super chat champion. Last thing I wanted to mention here, Shelton Benjamin. There was a brief appearance of Shelton Benjamin. He was asked about who he thinks is going to win at Extreme Rules, and he just looked off camera, smiled, and that was that. I don't know what this meant, what it's leading to, but I guess there's some storyline or something for Shelton Benjamin. Really random stuff here. And Carlos Gomez is back again with a $5 Super Chat. He is trying to be the Ric Flair of the NoDQ Super Chat Championship. He says, my head says Wyatt, but my heart says Orton. I think it's Black versus Randy as the feud. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it being Randy Orton since he hasn't been on TV in a couple weeks, and it was also rumored that the two of them would have a program. So yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. And then Michael Johnson with a $2 Super Chat says, do you see WWE going TV 14 within the next year? I don't think they'll go that far, but I could definitely see WWE continuing to push the envelope a little bit. I think if they do it sparingly and not every single week, I think they could probably get away with what they're doing. And, you know, we are in an era now where TV shows are using more profanity and people are getting away with that kind of stuff. And I think WWE can get away with it if they do it ever so often. And I think that's better anyways, because it's good to use it in moderation, use it when it can really make the most impact. Mike B with a $5 Super Chat. So Mike B snatches back that NoDQ Super Chat Championship. I'll tell you guys, Mike B and our good buddy Carlos Gomez, they are like Stone Cold and The Rock going back with the NoDQ Super Chat Championship. It's crazy here. Congratulations to Mike B for once again being the new, reigning, and defending NoDQ Super Chat Champion of the World. Now, let's do the letter grade for this week's SmackDown Live. I thought it was a very average show, personally. I'm just going to give it a C, and I was leaning towards a C-, but you know what? Middle finger, I'll bump it up a little bit. I'll give it a C, but overall, it was a SmackDown that was all right, but if you missed it, you really didn't miss much. Let's see here. Tic Tat Tat gives it a C+. Caitlin gives it a C+. Darren gives it a B-. Jeremy gives it a B-. The Gameson 100 gives it a C. Zach gives it a B+. W Glass 90 says B-. I enjoyed. Mike Scott gives it a B. Calvin Bowman loved the show. He gave it an A+. So I guess middle finger equals A+ as far as Calvin Bowman is concerned. Dustin with a C. Nolan Wright with a C+. And Calvin had to now switch to a B+ for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe he made a mistake. Curtis Butler with a C-, and Lewis with a C. Mark Griffith said, I give it an A+. I loved it, Aaron. Well, there you go. Don Wooding says, talk about the T-shirt issues. Well, I don't think we're going to have any more NoDQ shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees, so not much else to say about that. I'm disappointed, but I guess there are some technical issues we could not overcome. I was really hoping to have some shirts up. We had a Noah Foster shirt. We had a new Virtue shirt, but didn't pan out. You guys can still buy a shirt over at nodq.com/shirts. Get 20% off for 4th of July. I am looking into some other T-shirt websites to get some new T-shirts up, so stay tuned for that. That's really all I have to say about it right now. And to go back to the earlier question from this guy, do you see Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman finally becoming main eventers? Well, I feel like it's probably too late for both guys. I hate to say it. I mean, WWE kind of screwed up Lashley by not putting him in there with Brock Lesnar or somebody else like that and really showcasing what Lashley can do. And then the whole heel turn, it didn't really work out because Leo Rush was helping, but Lashley on his own, I don't know. I just don't really feel it as a heel. Like as a face, he does well, but he wasn't utilized properly. He should have faced Brock Lesnar. Braun Strowman, we've talked about this before. I think like he's past his peak now as far as his momentum goes. I don't know if he'll ever be able to regain that momentum that he once had in 2017, you know? It's kind of like Kane had that momentum in 2000 or 1998, 99, and then he cooled off a little bit. And yeah, 2003 they did reinvent him a little bit, which helped him and gave him a little bit more longevity. But after that, Kane was never really the same. He was always there. He was always a star, but he was never like the guy. And unfortunately, I don't think Braun Strowman's ever going to be booked as the guy. I hate to say it. I really do. So Carlos is back with another $5 super chat. Says, I give it a B for Bayley. Honestly, SmackDown is just an easy 2 hours to watch. I mean, it definitely helps that it's 2 hours, and I've been saying that for a long time. And by the way, congratulations to Carlos Gomez for being the brand new, reigning, and defending No DQ Super Chat champion. Appreciate it, Carlos. But hold on a second. Mike B back with a $5 super chat just with a smiley face. Just to let everybody know that Mike B is like DDP. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So there you go. Mike B is now your new reigning and defending No DQ Super Chat champion. But hold on. Carlos Gomez again with another smiley face. And he has a $5 super chat. So now Carlos is the new reigning and defending No DQ Super Chat champion. But hold on. Mike B with another $5 super chat with a smiley face and a laughing face on top of that. So these guys are just going to see whose bank account can last longer pretty much. Mike B is now once again your reigning and defending No DQ Super Chat champion of the world. Congratulations. I mean, this series between these two guys is just absolutely insane. It really is. By the way, for those of you in the chat room, if D Ross is trolling here, can we please put him in timeout? Carlos Gomez back with another smiley face. Carlos Gomez, $5 super chat. Once again, your new reigning and defending No DQ Super Chat champion. Seriously, which one of you is going to run out of cash first? Because this is a crazy battle here. Mike B with another $5 super chat. Mike B with the thumbs up, the peace sign, I should say. Not the thumbs up, the peace sign. Mike B is your new reigning and defending No DQ Super Chat champion. Somebody's got to run out here soon. Somebody's got to tap out. Mike B and Carlos are having like Ricky Steamboat versus Ric Flair type of rivalry here. Or Stone Cold versus The Rock. Or John Cena versus Randy Orton. It just keeps going back and forth, back and forth. This has been crazy, and it seems like right now nobody else wants to get into these two. And just as I say that, Uthman Rules has entered the building with a $5 super chat and says, 10-time champion baby. There you go. Uthman Rules, my buddy from the East Coast, New Jersey, is the new reigning and defending No DQ Super Chat champion. Doing a little bit of a run-in here in this series between Mike B and our good buddy Carlos. Brian Watts is like, these guys are having an Iron Man match. Pretty much. So Carlos Gomez back with another $5 super chat says, gotcha, Mike. And he just gave him the skull of doom. Chris Mace is saying that 205 Live has a great main event going on right now. Well, I'll have to check it out when I'm done with this. I haven't really been keeping up on 205 or NXT, and I apologize for that. But I'm happy that the No DQ team is following up on those shows and doing the review videos. So you guys should give 205 Live a chance. Check out what's NXT. Check out the NXT UK. And Mike B with another $5 super chat is like, no. Mike B is defiant. He's defiant, just like Stone Cold was with Mr. McMahon. And Don Wooding is like, are Mike and Carlos lawyers or bankers? LOL. Or a doctor, maybe. I don't know. I mean, this is crazy. And Tic Tat Tat is like, super chat forever. And wait a minute. We just had out of nowhere, Wrestling Superstar 83 has just come in with a $5 super chat. So now Wrestling Superstar 83 is the reigning and defending No DQ super chat champion. Maybe we should just end it on that and have a new champion, somebody who's coming out of nowhere. What do you guys think? Should I keep going or should I wrap this bad boy up? How many people do we still have watching this? Because I know a lot of people don't like the super chat back and forth here. Looks like we got 150 people. I'll tell you what, as long as we stay over 150, I will keep doing this. Although people are saying wrap it up. So maybe I should wrap it up. What do you guys think? Carlos Gomez now just said with a $2 super chat, okay, I got to chill with Shane money. All right then. Well, Wrestling Superstar 83, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and maybe you'll be the final champion. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your love and support from everybody, not just the super chatters, but everyone who participates. It's always a blast. Have a happy and safe 4th of July weekend, everyone, and I will see you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Peace.